Hello. My name is the actor. I started this channel. Uh, get my hair out of my face so you can actually see me. That might be good. I made this channel. You might know me as Dalton Cash or Chris Graves, or depending on where's the camera. There's the camera. Depending on where you followed me from or what channel, you might have came from TikTok. You might have seen a YouTube short that I uploaded a couple weeks ago. It's been popping off. That's really nice. Today is denouement, and I want to make something very, very clear. If you don't know the definition of that word, it's another word for resolution, finale, all that. This video is not a retirement video. This is not a I'm quitting YouTube video. This is not that. I'm just quitting the Dalton Cash Show's story. These characters are gonna stop. Okay, make sense? I've wrote out, I didn't write no script because I never stick to those anyway, but I wrote out a table of contents for topics that I want to cover. So, let's get started. Now, I want to be fully upfront with this. The reason why the channel has been like on a hiatus for like almost 2 years is because I was working on a return video for like 3 years. And then everything wrong technology wise that could have gone wrong did go wrong. So what do I mean by that? Windows Movie Maker 2012 is what I usually use to make my videos. It corrupted the video file the first time. I had to redo it. Then the computer broke a second time. Third time I got it to work again. It gave me a second chance, and then the computer broke the third time fully. So first time, file corruption. Second time, file loss, obviously. Then third time, just complete inaccessibility. Then, okay, so I think, okay, you know, I won't do that video yet, but for some of the stuff that I wanted to do in that video, it had to be the return video. And what do I mean by that? Now this video wasn't gonna all be about me. Wasn't just gonna be about memes. This video was about a theory. The Cinder Planet Theory was a video that I worked on for 2 years. Longer than that, technically. Ever since, well, I actually don't remember my math, but ever since In Space with Markiplier came out, I've basically been working on the Cinder Planet Theory. So whenever that was. The Cinder Planet Theory was supposed to be this, like, 3-hour long theory video, like, overly indulgent, like, longer than it should be on purpose. Theory video talking about certain Markiplier characters that were on the Syndigo YouTube channel. So Wilford Warfstache in his earlier appearances, Bim Trimmer, Ed Edgar, I'm forgetting now, Silver Shepherd, through a loose connection. I don't think it was actually on the Syndigo channel, but then you also have other ones, such as the host, or the author, whatever you want to call them, from Danger and Fiction. And I worked on this video for about 2 years. And I had to restart twice. Third time, I had to restart. Luckily, I was able to use some of the old footage. But then the computer just stopped working. So, I am ultimately left with the choice to just not do that video. There is a series I want to do one of these days called Cutting Room Floor. Maybe I'll do that then, because that series sort of fits. I want to do a series where I take a look at stories that I canceled, or either didn't get to finish, or blah 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 blah. And I go in there and I look, oh, this is what I would have done. I have a couple episodes for that outlined already. And I do want to say one thing for the Cinder Planet Theory. There was a song that I was planning on using in the outro for the Cinder Player Theory. I am not gonna be able to use that song, obviously. Hopefully, I'm not blowing out the mic. These headphones make my voice sound really weird and blown out. I don't like that. I think it's like it echoes too much. Whatever, it echoes too much. There was a song that I was going to use in the credits of the Cinder Player Theory, which is called "What If I'm Right" by Daniel Kyer. If you have not heard the song, go listen to it. It's a fantastic song. Okay. I was hoping to use it in like the most respectful way possible, because I plan to include a section in that video where I talk about Daniel Kyer. I never got that far though. And speaking of music, I made my own special intro for the Cinder Player Theory, which should be up now, or if it's not, it will be up in 30 minutes. Or however long from this point in the video. I should really streamline my release times. I just found out I could schedule videos, and I haven't been putting them on any consistency. But that video should be up. I mixed the audio myself on BandLab. The music is mine, but obviously the voice clips I used aren't. And I made the visuals in Panzoid. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. You're probably thinking a question, right? And I think I know the question you're asking, because it's a very familiar one. Where did it all go so wrong? I'm sorry. This would have been the most important item, okay, in the Don Castro's history, okay? This item here was supposed to introduce the script, okay? So, let me be selfish here for a minute. You're right, the Cinder Player Theory was a theory video on someone else's work. But, because Markiplier is so big, and because Syndigo is no longer a channel, I didn't want it to seem like I was leeching only. So so that's why the video was estimated to be 3 hours long, because I wanted to do enough in it to where it seems the video wasn't a view grab. But another thing that I was doing to make it seem like I wasn't leeching, which now that I think about it was counterintuitive to do it this way, I was going to introduce story elements about the Don Cash show, and that's why it had to be the return video. In the script for the Cinder Player Theory, I wrote a small gold and white Derringer. Obviously, this is really small. But it was supposed to be the one that Warfstache wielded in the Net Affair. Which I did record a marker board segment for that. I have a marker board segment for that video, the Warfstache Law of Madness Proximity. But that will never see the light of day unless I redo it, because I really don't like the quality of that video. But I do have that one. I do have that separately though, so that's fun. Yeah, the only reason I have the Cinder Player Theory intro is because I plan to use it as a trailer. If I didn't decide to use that, if I wasn't set on using that as a trailer, then it would have been lost too, and I would have been really, really sad. But I bought this specifically for the video, and also bought this for the Cinder Player video. So the thing the story element that I was going to introduce was the script being a physical thing, and the actor, me, or I guess you can call me Purple Alto, the actor, me, being able to unknowingly alter the world. Because there was going to be this thing called the curtain. It was going to open, and then the world started existing on its own for the duration that the curtain was open, and the actor would no longer have to play those characters for them to have like free will and shit. I don't really remember any good jokes from the Cinder Player Theory. I just want to say, for the record, that there's not a day goes by where I do not live in total and complete agony for losing that video and the progress that all I've worked on. I cry sometimes. Like if you cry sometimes too. Now, I would like to take a moment to talk about some of my biggest accomplishments over these last 5 years I've been doing YouTube. We'll get back to the years. What I would say my most superficial accomplishment would be getting a comment pinned under a music video. I can't show it right now because I don't have no way to get the footage into Share Factory, but you'll just have to fact check me if you doubt me. Go to Elliot Lee, Queen of Nothing. My comment is pinned there. Of course, another great accomplishment in my opinion is just making those two Mr. Betty Kruger videos, reviewing Zago Colorless and Needles and Smiles. That was the last episodes 1 through 4. That's a mouthful. Funny story. Before the computer broke, I was working on a review of Needles and Smiles, The Lost Tapes, episodes 5 through 7. Pretty much had the whole thing done. I'm pretty sure I rendered it. I just never uploaded it because it wasn't time for it yet. I like to say I learned my lesson with that. Whenever I get something done now, I upload it right away. I'm tired of losing my hard work. What was I talking about before I cut it? Oh yeah. 68 subscribers. Not a lot, but it's more than I ever thought I would get, you know? So that number means a lot to me. It really does. I don't make big subscribers to milestone videos, and I probably won't even when the number does get bigger, but I just want you to know that every single one of you that subscribed, thank you. Now, let's get into some history. The Don't Cast Show has been going on for 5 years. Chris Graves was a channel that I started back in like 2018-ish. Daniel Wilson is a channel that I've started and deleted a couple times, so don't even worry about that. But do you want to know where my first appearance on YouTube actually was?
My name is Don Kennison. My book is Spiderwick Chronicles, Book 1 Field Guide.
So you could say that I should be making a 10 years on YouTube video, right? That's what I should do. Actually, what I'm gonna do in 5 years, when it's be like 10 years for this channel, I'm gonna make a 15 years video instead. That's what I'm gonna do. There's the content. Okay. That video, cut it here. That video will be going up today as well. I don't remember what time I set it for, but I did schedule that to go public because I have a copy of it. Right here, I was going to do a segment where I do a book review, book report on Spiderwick Chronicles, Book 1, The Field Guide, because for that video, I know that fucking child didn't read that damn book, okay? He did that all from the fucking movie, okay? Let's be real, let's be honest. So what I was going to do is sort of like set the timeline straight. I was going to like do an actual book report here. But I can't find the damn book. I went to a library, I looked online. I can buy a copy, it's just that I couldn't get it here in time. And also, with the restriction of using Share Factory only, I couldn't do the scene like I wanted. I wanted to record it in that library, in that video. I can't take all this with me. My film set is actually stationary now because I can't just upload my video then edit it in Windows Movie Maker. I have no computer to put video files on a USB. I'm starting to feel like I'm a bit underdressed. I mean, not by layers. I'm layered up. But what I meant was, I think I'm a bit underdressed for a video this serious. So let me put something on a bit more formal. Oh yeah, I forgot to put that down. Okay. Cut out the early part, talk about the center bladder theory, and then do the rope gag. But where the fuck does my phone come from? I'm starting to... So it's not there, right? But if rewind, there it is. Where the fuck did that come from? Holy shit. Bro, check out the guy just uploaded his Elden Ring video. That's so fucking pog. Can we get some W's in the chat, please? PogChamp. Oh, I was panicking. I thought my foot was visible for a second. You want to know what doesn't make any sense to me? It's June 12th, and McDonald's has not brought the Grimace Shake back. I am blowing up. How you like that? An outfit change and an angle change. Now, I'm actually, I know I said to turn this down, but I'm going to turn the gain up slightly so I can sit a little bit back from the mic. That's fine. This channel started on January 20th, 2019, and that date is very close to another date that I remember vividly, but we'll get to that in a second. I made this channel because I had all sorts of I just had like a lot of videos that I wanted to do, but they wouldn't fit over in Chris Graves because Chris Graves is supposed to be a character channel, like this one, you know, inevitably turned into anyway. And so let me give a couple examples. In the first few videos on the channel, there were like vlogs. There was just like random stuff, you know. I was making short form content before short form content was cool on YouTube. Okay, that's the same reason why I made the Don Cash show. It was just called Don Cash back then. January 13th, 2019. Let me set the scene for you. I am sitting in a hallway, the hallway that you've seen me do countless videos in. The one with the brown. See, this wall is white, but the hallway, it's brown. So you've seen me do countless videos in this hallway. I'm sitting there watching my favorite YouTuber, Jacksepticeye, play my favorite section of my like third favorite game, right? He is playing Spider-Man for the PS4, and it's going where Spider-Man is swinging through the city, and he's under like Scorpion spell or influence, I guess, and Scorpion tail tries to stab him out of the air. And then I get notified that one of my previous teachers, someone who I consider a friend, died in a car accident. And I can remember this moment very vividly. I can't even remember what I did yesterday or this morning. I can't even remember what I did 5 minutes ago, but I can remember this moment in like perfect clear detail. So I was sort of in shock. So, because let me take you back to what that was. I had the Chris Graves channel, and I was like nearing just a point where I was just gonna take me out of that into Chris Graves only. Obviously, we know what happened. And so I just wanted another channel where I could just be myself. You know, I didn't have to have all these rules with it. And quite ironically, obviously, I put rules on the Don Cash show as well. That's why I created the actor channel, and then the actor channel just became a VOD channel, and whatever. Also, I stream on Twitch, but I'm not going to tell my username because I change it all the fucking time. There's some discourse around online saying that, oh, don't live your life behind a camera, get out, enjoy the moment, touch blah 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 blah. I vehemently disagree with this. I strongly wish more of my childhood and more of my life growing up and more of my everyday. I wish I could vlog more. I wish that most of everything, I wish my whole life was vlogged. I wish I had a VCR for my life. Do you want to know the only picture I have of that English teacher? Of Miss Wilson? I dropped it. This is the only picture I have. I don't have any picture of her and me. I don't have any. Well, there is a video, but I didn't take it. There is a video of me, a classmate, and her in the frame, but I didn't take that video. Also, that was kept in my copy of Romeo and Juliet. Because she was my 9th grade English teacher, and we read Romeo and Juliet that year, and I read the role of Juliet, so, yeah. Right here, I was gonna do an intermission in Power Wash Simulator, and the whole lead-in was gonna be like, oh, we just covered some heavy topics, but, I don't quite feel like that was heavy enough. Like, yeah, it's grief, but I left a lot of it out. I didn't even bring up how this one event caused a domino effect that caused me to not form new relationships. Who are you, my therapist? To avoid this becoming a therapy session, I'm just gonna move on. Because there is more stuff to talk about, but it's not related to the channel. But just know that I don't do grief very well at all. At this point, I would like to take a moment to give thanks to my inspirations. Markiplier, for obviously there was a time where I call them inspirations, but I think they're closer to like people I wanted to rip off. There's a blurry line between inspired by and ripping off, and I don't feel like I ever did it right. There was a time where I wanted to just do storytelling like he did. And if I tell you the other inspiration, maybe it'll make a lot of sense. Filthy Frank. I wanted to tell the story on the Dalton Cash show, similar to how Markiplier and Filthy Frank did it. So they're a bit different. With Markiplier, he had the characters on the channel, but he had like separate stories for him. For Filthy Frank, there was no separation. The characters were the story, but like every video was from them. I had all these plans for what I wanted to do with I had arcs planned out for the Don Cash show. And I'm canceling the Don Cash show because if I'm being honest, if I'm gonna be completely 100% honest, I'm not gonna show it to you on purpose, but there's a tooth that fell out, and I'm vanity concerned. I'm too camera shy with that like that. So yeah. And that's the god honest truth. That's a shitty reason, but that's the god honest truth. Also, I'm not a good writer at all. So for the longest time I was like flip-flopping between two extremes, perfectionism and complacency. And it was sort of like a pendulum. It'd swing back and forth. So half of the time I would be like, no, it's got to be better. It's got to be better. It can never be perfect enough. And then the other time it's like, well, I'm never going to get perfect, so I should just settle. And I never found a happy medium with that. But right now, I would like to run down a list of people that I stole ideas from. This is not inspiration. This is straight up me stealing ideas. Ephemeral Rift. I stole his God Answer Questions video, and I stole the map of the wasteland. And I'm pretty sure there's probably more. I Am Seer. I stole the serial killer roleplay idea from him. I didn't even do much to make it original. Jacksepticeye. I actually didn't get to rip him off because I never made the Survival Hunter videos. That's right, I wanted to make my own Survival Hunter videos. I was going to have this running gag of a creature from the hunter's childhood called the Khan, and the idea was that every time you describe this creature it'd be different. That's the whole gag. I actually want to do so much more for this video, but I don't know if Share Factory can handle it. I wanted to put in a lot of clips. I want to do one thing, and then I want to do 2 more things, and then I'll go, because this video does not need to be this long. First, I want to say that it pains me that I only got this microphone after doing the 2 Mr. Better Kruger videos. I used this microphone in episodes 5 through 7, but I lost the footage. It drives me crazy. I was crazy once. They locked me in a room. A rubber room. A rubber room with rats. But those 2 videos are not my best effort. I mean, they were my best effort at the time, but now looking back at it, I know I could do better. But I'm not redoing those videos. Maybe. All right. I think it's about time we go our separate ways. I think it's time we sail off. I can't think of I should have scripted this. I can't. Whatever analogy, whatever euphemism you want to use for departing, use that. I want to say thank you to the viewers. I have 71 subscribers now, but even if you are a unique viewer, even if you watch me one time, even if you don't return, if you're a subscriber, if you're not a subscriber, you mean the world to me. In a non-parasocial way. I should clarify. Yeah. Thank you for watching. If you liked it, do whatever. With me here is the script. So, let me demonstrate how it works. I think the perfect way to end this video would be a memory montage to the tune of If I Go, I'm Going, plays in an end card. Thank God the script does not require legible handwriting. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Earth 22 and the Dalton Cash Show is erased. Almost forgot the most important part. Well, with that, I guess there's nothing else to do but to leave. So, bye.